I had helped start over the years a lot of chapters for the Mongols. And in order to start a chapter, you need him and mother chapter's blessing. And so we spoke on the phone often. We sat down for meetings often. And then eventually I was one of the main guys that did the major sit downs with all the other 1%er clubs. So again, I'd had to go, me and Dave would go together, or we would meet before. So we started having a lot of meetings together, talking on the phone a lot, and got to know each other that way.
You're a president at this time?
Yeah, I was a chapter president at the time. And then I ended up starting a couple more chapters in Oregon. So
you were doing a lot then?
Yeah, so I started pretty much every chapter in Oregon early on. And then we branched into Washington. I started those chapters. And then around that time, it was a different program where, when I first joined the Mongols, they were pretty much all Southern California, right? There was Oklahoma and a few outliers, but most of it was California. And what we noticed was, say in Oregon, if someone from other chapter in California was supposed to be overseeing Oregon, they don't know what the relationships with, they wouldn't even know who the Free Souls are, right? Mm-hmm. And so I developed this, what we called now, they call it the state rep program, where someone that's from that state or from that area is more of a liaison between mother chapter and local chapters. And it's it's not a position of power, but it's a leadership position where you help keep everyone structured and make sure everyone's following the rules, but you're making sure mother chapter's aware of what's going on and do all the sit downs. And so at the same time, I was developing this new program with Lil Dave, that state rep program. Mm-hmm. And then I wanted to start a support club in Oregon. And so I'd asked Dave about it, and he said, well, so far the Mongols have one support club. They're called the Raiders. They're out of Oklahoma. He goes, if we're going to do that, we should make it uniform across everywhere. So I got with this old school brother, Oklahoma Jeff, and there was one Raider left in the whole program. And he gave me the bylaws, and him and I sat down, and we redid the bylaws, and we changed the whole structure so that we turned it into a way that if you had a Mongol chapter in your state, here's how to start a Raider chapter in your state, essentially. Mm-hmm. And then the Raiders ended up blowing up. They're in Australia, Thailand, all over. But it was something that Dave and I built together. So stuff like that is how we started having a relationship, is we were working on these positive things, like pushing the club forward.